Einstein made a critical omission in his theories, sending 20th century physics research in the wrong direction. We must correct that error in order to advance.
So let's walk through a high-level thought experiment. Let's start with the universe's one and only one building block, the atom. What do we know about the atom? We know that each atom has a tiny, solid, active nucleus. We know that that nucleus is surrounded by a powerful field. We know the atom also generates an electromagnetic field that extends well beyond the body of the atom. So the question is, where does the energy come from that powers these fields? And the solution turns out to be amazingly simple, if you do not allow a fundamental force cop-out. This is an easy question to answer because there's only one possible answer. The energy must be drawn from vacuum space. There are no other options. Therefore, there must be an ether. The ether must have energy properties, and this energy must interact with matter. The nucleus of each atom is drawing in massless energy much in the same way a jet engine sucks in oxygen. We will call this foundational energy clear energy. This is the only adjustment that we need to make. So let's apply this correction and see what happens. If every atom in the body of the Earth is attracting clear energy, then by the logic we used earlier, the Earth must be attracting large amounts of clear energy from this region of our solar system. And it is. As the flow of energy converges on the Earth, the concentration of the energy will increase, equal to the reverse of the inverse squared law. That is, every time the distance from the Earth is halved, the energy concentration of the flow increases by a factor of 4. As the flow converges on the Earth, the concentration of energy will reach a point where it begins to interact with other objects. This will result in a drag on all the objects in this current. Gravity is not a fundamental force. The Earth is not magically attracting us to it. Gravity is a result of an energy flow washing through all of us, driven by the cumulative energy needs of all of the atoms that make up the body of the Earth. It is the drag of this current that holds us to the Earth. The larger the object, the greater the demand for energy, the greater the gravitational effect. What is happening at the subatomic scale? As the current of clear energy passes, every atom diverts a tiny amount for its own use. A tiny energy vortex forms around each nucleus. As the energy continues to converge on the nucleus, the concentration continues to increase until it reaches a saturation point. Energy will begin to transition out of a clear state into an energy state that we're all familiar with. The electron field is established. The electron field is a static conversion zone where energy is transitioning from a clear state into a physical state. In this field, electrons do not orbit. They do not jump from point to point. Electrons emerge from this highly charged field and then dissolve back at very high rates. Each electron occurrence is a unique energy event, much like watching a high-speed video of an active thunderhead. The nucleus will harvest electrons from this field as needed. It is this energy that powers the atom. Protons and neutrons are not distinct particles. They are the same particle in different states of charge, constantly transitioning from a positive state to a neutral state. There is a current running through the nucleus from nucleon to nucleon. It is this current that holds the nucleus together, much like an electric lock. It is this current that generates the atom's electromagnetic field. So what have we done? We've simply extended the energy-matter relationship, E equals mc squared, to include an energy-space relationship. We've extended the definition of energy to include a clear state. With that one modification, we can eliminate the need for having to use fundamental forces to hold our theory together. And we've created a platform for a unified theory. This could be our Galileo moment, a simple solution to a complex, self-created mess. Scores of corrupted theories added over the last 100 years will no longer be necessary. Particle physics is a dead end, and we've been at the end for a generation. For the purpose of this short film, we will stop scaling the model here, but it does continue to answer many problematic issues with our current set of theories at all levels. It is important to note that the corrected model does not conflict with any true scientific observation. If embraced, it may cause a paradigm shift, and one that is greatly needed. We will need to go back to 1920, view all scientific discoveries and observations through both theoretical lenses, and then decide which one gives us the best chance of advancing. Far more importantly, by adding a massless state of energy to the model, we can begin to reintegrate the science of consciousness into the same model we use to understand our universe. Hope is that by introducing a plausible alternate theory, we can start a conversation, that there's a possibility that the great man made a mistake.
Assigning cause and removing the need for fundamental force theories is the key to building a unified theory of everything. Time to launch the next paradigm.